Hi, everyone. For those of you that are new to the channel, I'm Bill Panoff, the CEO and editor-in-chief of Porthole Cruise and Travel. And today I have the pleasure of speaking with Ira Monges-Diaz, the Senior Manager of Land Licensing at National Geographic Expeditions. Ira, how are you?
I'm good, Bill. Thank you for having me here today.
It's so nice to meet you. And tell me a little bit about National Geographic. Everyone knows the name. It's a household name, matter of fact. How did National Geographic Day Tours operated by Intercruises come to fruition?
Yeah, I mean, National Geographic as a brand has been around for 135 years, right?
Sure.
But then out of that legacy of exploration, National Geographic Expeditions was born. And that's the travel business of National Geographic. And Day Tours is just an extension on the current portfolio that we have, right? So we have ocean exploration with our expedition cruises, and we have land exploration with our multi-day tours. So with the creation of these shorter duration day tours, we just built on this portfolio that has been so well received for so many years by our travelers. And we offer these, short exploration in half day or full day. That's much easier to fit in the traveler's schedule, but it's really based on the same, legacy of exploration and the storytelling that National Geographic is known for.
How will the tours prioritize conservation, culture, and history while immersing guests into the local culture?
So the objective of these tours is that we want to appeal a broad range of audiences, right? So we have topics from conservation, as you said, which is obviously a very important one for National Geographic. But we have culture and history, we have nature and wildlife, we have even some more niche ones in photography, because obviously it's also a big topic for National Geographic.
Sure.
But I'd say what they all have in common is that they focus on that real local immersion. So at National Geographic, we believe that when people truly understand a place and its people, then they feel more inspired to protect it. So that's what we build.
What inspired National Geographic Expeditions to create day tours, and what unique experiences do they offer to the traveler?
So, as I was saying, these tours are inspired by this huge legacy of exploration that we have at National Geographic. So when the nonprofit society was created 135 years ago, it was already created to explore all the corners of our planet and share the discoveries through the magazine. So now we want to share these with our travelers, and we do that in this shorter format. And I think what makes these tours really unique is the exclusive access that we can provide. National Geographic opens doors around the globe, and then tapping into that legacy, so the relationship that we have with scientists and storytellers, with venues and research sites, we try to include those in the National Geographic Day Tours, so we have exclusive access and hands-on experiences when we can. And then another very important thing would be the knowledge and the educational component of these tours, because all of the National Geographic Day Tours are led by guides who are subject matter experts in their fields and who have also been trained by National Geographic. So really, their objective is to show the destination through the lens of National Geographic. But sustainability is also a very important one here that makes these tours unique. So really, when travelers go on a National Geographic Day Tour, they are giving back because a portion of the proceeds is returned to the National Geographic Society. So they are funding exploration and sustainable programs all around the world.
Ira, what would you say are the benefits of collaborating with a company like Intercruises to operate these new day tours?
So yeah, as you say, National Geographic is working with Intercruises to design and operate these National Geographic Day Tours. And Intercruises is known for the high quality of operation. So we want to ensure that we give the best experiences to the travelers. And we work closely together to identify all these unique experiences that we include in the tours. But I think what's really strong about this collaboration is also that both companies are strongly committed to sustainability. So as I was saying before, there's a portion of the proceeds that's returned to the National Geographic Society. But also we are really excited that all of the National Geographic Day Tours will meet the criteria set by the Global Sustainable Tourism Council, that's the GSTC. And this is a set of global criteria for the tourism industry that go from environmental protection to animal welfare protecting the local communities, the cultural heritage. So we're really excited that we are going to meet these criteria in all of these tours.
Could you give us a sneak preview of what the educational tours focusing on topics like conservation, culture, and history would be like?
Sure. I mean, we have over 60 tours, so there's a lot to pick from. But yeah, I'd say one of my favorites is a tour that we have in Mallorca that is based on the Pristine Seas project. So I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's a project that's been going on for a few years now, and that's sponsored by the National Geographic Society. And the aim of the project is to protect the last wild places in our oceans. So based on that project, we have a tour that marine biologist that has been in touch with the explorers from the Pristine Seas will be leading our travelers into the Malgrat Islands, which is a protected area just off the coast of Mallorca. And in there, they will kayak and they will snorkel among the pristine waters. And all the tour is based on Posidonia oceanica, which is a plant which is key to the Mediterranean ecosystem. So it's all about learning the importance of that ecosystem, the threats to it while you're living there, and experiencing it in person.
So tell us about some of the destinations you have, over 60 National Geographic Day tours. How does each tour differ in terms of the activities, the experiences offered to the traveler looking to discover more about these destinations? What is the difference between all these tours?
Yeah. So, as we were saying, we have more than 60 tours in 17 different destinations in the Mediterranean. And you can find them across the usual suspects, right? Spain, France, Italy, Croatia, Greece, Turkey. And what we do is in each of the destinations, we offer more than one experience so that people can have different, topics, different visits, activities, durations. And what they all have in common is that deep exploration and local immersion and educational component that really sets them apart from any other tours that they can do in the destination. So, just going back to some examples. I mean, if you go to Athens, you can learn about the history of the Olympic Games, but it's led by a former Olympic athlete, so you get that firsthand feel. Or in Rome, we go not only to visit the main attractions, so like the Trevi Fountain and all of those, but you go underground and then you see what's below them with an archaeologist. So it's trying to find this new perspective.
So in closing, this is a tough question. Of all the available itineraries, which one is your favorite and why?
Okay, that's a tricky question. I love a lot of them, but I think probably one that comes to mind is a tour based on sea turtles in Naples. And that must be because turtles is my second favorite animal after giraffes. So we don't have a tour on giraffes, or at least not yet, but we do have one on sea turtles. And that one is based on the research work done by a National Geographic explorer, who is Sandra Hochscheid. And she is now head of the Marine Turtle Research Center in Portici, really close to Naples. So we go there with a marine biologist who, again, has been in touch with Sandra, so understands her research and her work. And then we learn about the life of the sea turtles, their importance to the ecosystems, the threats to these species, and also the work that the center is doing for their recovery. So I think that would be a very interesting one.
Perfect. Sounds amazing. Well, Ira Mongos Diaz, a senior manager, land licensing at the National Geographic Expeditions. A real pleasure to interview you, and I can't wait to go on one of these tours.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Bill. Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm Bill Panoff with Porthole Cruise and Travel.